Today on the channel, Viva La Raza indeed, with the Monday Night Wars Walmart exclusive Ultimate Edition, Eddie Guerrero.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Monday Night Wars Ultimate unboxing and review. And today, we got the Walmart exclusive, Eddie Guerrero. But for all your Eddie Guerrero needs and a whole lot more, Walmart, but also Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta give a special shout out, Justin Kendall, good brother, Wrestling Figure News. He found these, alerted me to the surprise prize, I guess we'll call this, and I did pick these up, so shout out to Justin for the little hot tag on this one here. And of course, we're gonna do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna see where it goes from there. And Eddie Guerrero, no stranger to the Ultimate line. We'll bring out that one, and we got some other comparisons to this figure to bring out later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But let's dive in, let's see what's going on. These are hitting Walmarts as we speak, so be on the lookout. Along with that SummerSlam shipper, the Monday Night Wars, all kinds of stuff hitting right now. Target Legends line, Target Ultimates, Survivor Series line showing up from Ringside Collectibles, new main event figures, a lot of stuff going on. And on top of that, we got San Diego Comic-Con madness as well. So July is a buster on the wallet for sure. We'll never financially recover. We'll all be doing bankruptcy here by the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. That should be fun. Who knows? But looking good. Packaging department. 3 total heads for Eddie Guerrero there. All kinds of stuff in here. Accessories, a little t-shirt. Definitely an improved torso over the last Eddie. Once again, I said we'll take a look at that in a little bit here. Ultimate logo, Eddie Guerrero at the top, looking good. Eddie looking good over here. Look at that hair. Looking like a young Dominic almost. Almost. Who knows? And on the side, Eddie Guerrero, Ultimate Edition as well. On the back, tail of the tape, you got the blurb, of course, glamour shot of the figure, glamour shot of the man himself. Let's see what it says about Eddie Guerrero. Height 5'8", from El Paso, Texas. Oh my gosh, it's warm down there this time of year. Finisher, frog splash, career highlight, WCW United States Champion, WCW Cruiserweight Champion. In front of his hometown of El Paso, Texas, Eddie Guerrero faced his nephew and WCW rookie Chavo in a tag team match. Eddie did not hold back, taking it to Chavo and beginning a months-long initiation that eventually broke his nephew's spirit, as well as his mind, and most likely his heart as well, I'm sure. I'm sure his heart was broken and all that. It does say Viva La Raza at the top right there. Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler. Of course, we remember that t-shirt, and we even got that shirt with this figure here, so we're here for that. We're here for a little soft, good shirt action. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison time. See what old Eddie Guerrero's up to right here, looking good. Of course, locked in. They don't want Eddie going anywhere. They don't want the lasso from El Paso getting out of the package, getting figure swapped, all that kind of stuff. But that hasn't stopped a figure swapper. I'm very fortunate there's not many figure swaps in my area if you see my figure hunts. Very fortunate because you do see some people with just absolute insanity as far as figure swaps go. Never a good day at the office, of course. I can only imagine. So let's get everything out right here. See you later. Goodbye. All right, got some heads. Got some heads and arms and bodies. Got a title belt. We're here for a title belt, of course. At least a different title belt we don't get very often. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business with old Uncle Eddie here. And let's start with the hands, of course, as we dive into the accessories. 2 gripping hands right out of the package. He's ready to go. But then we do get the splayed out hands as well. So we can slap some people, give a little paintbrush action if we need to. Or we can raise the roof. Raise the roof if you need to. And then you got 2 fists of Eddie Guerrero Fury. We're here for that as well. Looking good as far as that goes. Title belt time. WCW Cruiserweight Championship. We got the WCW side plates on this one as well. Looking very nice right here. Black strap, of course. Always good to get title belts. We don't get a whole lot. This is definitely, might even be the first time we've received this. I know we've got a few different ones. Yeah, we've got a few different ones in the past, but doesn't come up very much as compared to some of the world title belts, some of those kind of things. So always nice for collectors, as we do know. Soft good shirt. This time it's got the Velcro in the back. Last time we got Eddie, it was one you slipped over, of course, like a regular shirt. It does say Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler. Very iconic Eddie Guerrero t-shirt from back in the day. Very, very nice. And this Eddie looking really good. And with all these multiple heads, different hands, a shirt, no shirt, title belt, no title belt, you could easily buy a couple of these and have different looks for Eddie if you want to, depending how big of an Eddie fan you are at the end of the day. But let's look at the head sculpts here. Right out of the package, got a very plain Jane Eddie, very stoic look. And Eddie's stoic look always kind of seemed like he was an angry look, I would say. That's how I always imagine him. But looking good, very stoic here. No doubt in my mind this is Eddie Guerrero if somebody hands me this. You got a little bit of the facial hair going on, a little mustache, a little chin action there. He's got the mullet going on. A mullet you could set Dominic's watch to is what you could do, of course. Looking very nice, but a slam dunk Eddie head right there. Next Eddie head here, not that good. It's got a little bit of teeth showing. Almost looks like a beaver going on here. I guess a little bit. Are we getting madder? Is that what we're doing? Is getting angrier as we go through the head sculpts, but not as good of a head sculpt as the first one, at least in my opinion. A little bit of teeth showing. Wants to show off his white teeth. Hey, I don't blame him. He spent a lot of time brushing on those, I'm sure. And then he's getting angry. I said we're progressing through the anger of Eddie Guerrero. The third and final one, he's showing off that teeth, and he's also showing off a little bit of tongue, so watch out for that. He's got an angry face on this one, no doubt about it. Got the mullet, got the hair, the ears, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, playing those human hits as they usually do. But three fairly okay head sculpts. I prefer the one out of the package or the screaming one. Those are the two I would definitely prefer. Now we're diving into old Eddie Guerrero, and like I said earlier, a much improved body style. Of course, Eddie was a little bit slimmer, a little bit trimmer. Back in his WCW time, he definitely gained a lot of size, as we do know when he went to WWE. So this represents WCW, a little smaller, thinner Eddie Guerrero, and I think this body style definitely works for him here. You do get the butterfly shoulders, you do get the arms all the way around, you do get the bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands removable back and forth side to side, head removable back and forth side to side, a little bit limited by that long hair, of course. He does got the hula hoop, you do got the waist articulation, we got those Eddie Guerrero frog splashing splits, and if he needs them, he can do them. We got the drop down G.I. Joe hips, legs go up, thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees, there's pins in the knees, calling it right there. We also get the boot cut, and then we get the ankles back and forth side to side, up and down. And the toe articulation. Never forget the toe articulation, in tribute to Todd McFarlane on the couch, who's not here currently right now. I think he's mowing the yard. He's doing me a solid. He's mowing the yard out back. Shout out to him. And I heard Mark Summers is out there with the weed whacker. He's whacking away. He's whacking in the backyard, old Mark Summers. A wild guy. Taking that physical challenge in more ways than one. Who knows what he's up to there. But good skin tone color on Eddie as well, like that. You got the black wrist tape here. Looking good. Hands maybe a little bit big, maybe a little bit of that Rey Mysterio effect, but not absolutely terrible. The black, gold, and red trunks, or tights in this case, looking very nice all the way down to the boots, like that a whole lot. Very colorful on the bottom half there. We're obviously very plain on the top half, but a very good, respectable Eddie Guerrero. And a lot of people that were angry about the last one, I don't know if there's a lot to be angry about with this one. A very, very nice figure in hand, a very good displaying figure, a good looking figure all around is this Walmart Eddie Guerrero. And of course, he fits on a ringside collectible Mattel stand. Make sure you use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Make sure you do get the Mattel stand, as I always do say. Fits perfectly right there. A very, very good figure, a very fun figure, and possibly a top 10 Ultimate of 2024. It's early, and I gotta sit with it and let it breathe for a while, but I do like this figure a whole lot. Of course, this is where I really came into my Eddie Guerrero fandom back in WCW, is where he really came on the national stage. As we know, we had a cup of coffee in ECW, and of course his time in Mexico and Japan, but WCW has really started to make a name for himself. I will say one thing I don't like about some of these Ultimates, though, is those little humps right there, the old shoulders, the traps, look a little bit unsightly there. It just looks like they just put a piece of plastic on each side. Does look a little strange. We've seen that in the past as well, but doesn't ruin the figure, and the hair helps to hide that a lot in this figure, I will say. But I talked about that previous Ultimate Edition of Eddie. Definitely different. I guess a little bit more tan, a little bit more buff is what we got with this Eddie over here. But a little bit of, you could say in a lot of ways, the yin and yangs of his career in some ways right here. So looking good, all things considered there. But going back to this outfit, we remember back in the day, a former ringside collectible exclusive Jakks Deluxe Classic 2-pack. Of course, read all about it in my book, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. But we did get that Deluxe Classic Superstar Eddie Guerrero back in the day. A very hard figure to find after all these years. but maybe better than this one. Maybe not, but it is very nice, especially knowing this was like 15 years ago, something 16 years ago when this one came out. Constant learning, constant improvement. Mattel should be better after all these years. We also got a Classic Superstars WWE Shop exclusive back in the day with Eddie Guerrero in this outfit as well with a soft goods shirt. So a lot of this stuff, you know, Jakks, a lot of people bag on them, as we do know, but man, they had a lot of good figures, especially in the head sculpt department for many, many years that I don't think get quite the credit they do deserve. But 4 really good Eddie Guerreros, or at least 3 really good and an okay one. That's where I'm going to put it right here. But I do like this new Eddie Guerrero figure a whole lot. Really think it is a must-have pickup. If you ask me, and I don't know if anybody did, but if you did, I'm going to say pick it up. So there you go, Eddie Guerrero Ultimate Walmart exclusive. What are your guys' thoughts? A pickup, a pass, a long game? Not the dreaded no game. It can't be the no game, could it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We're going to have even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Do appreciate the support out there. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram. Of course, for Eddie Guerrero, I'm Kyle. Viva la Raza!